Alright, so we're going to do number 6 of my 8 American 1100s. I'm just picking them, setting them. These came from eBay. And if you haven't seen the other ones, I was concerned these may be master pin when they had the serial number stamped on them, but they're not. They're all individually keyed. Not keyed alike, and none of them have been master pinned or anything. Although a few of them, a lot of them have had the spools and everything sitting over the tallest key pins, so they haven't really acted like spools, but that can present its own little challenges though, because you can end up oversetting those key pins, and they're of course serrated, so then they don't want to come back down, and there's not much spring tension on these, push them back, so you can't overset them and have a little bit of trouble getting it to fall back down without starting over. And on these Americans, they have long pins, like the longest pin would be a 7, or well, 8's the longest, and 7, right behind it. It can actually be tricky getting the pick under them. I'm using this Goso cheap Chinese pick here that, it's a hook. It's like out of that whole crappy Goso set. There's only I think there's 2 hooks that are worthwhile. The rest of the stuff in that kit's pretty useless. But the hooks are okay. Okay, pin 5 here is going to have, it's going to be like a 7 or an 8. It's hard to actually get underneath it. But the good thing is, though, is it doesn't have to go very far if it's real long. Not even trying to get under it, I'm actually just scraping on the side of it, pushing it up. Okay, now it's dropped into a false set. And one thing on the Americans too, when you do get a false set, you want to make sure that you check and make sure that it's actually a false set and that the lock isn't open, since you got to put a little bit of tension on the core to get it to actually open the lock. So now that it's a false set here, I'm just looking for a spool. Here's number 1. There we go. Just kind of hiding behind the tension wrench there. Now, so grab it real quick. The key looks like, yeah, so, yeah, I was right, the number 5 is going to be a longer one. Try to just turn it back, I won't worry about it. Okay. I'm going to try to gut this kind of quick here. Okay. And got all these here. These are all factory grease on them. Pretty good shape though, all of them. For used locks, when you buy used locks, you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, this has grease all over it. Okay, so I'm just gonna dump the key pins here. I'm sure the grease doesn't show up on the camera, but it's clear. It almost looks like Vaseline or whatever. It's all over this thing. 3, 4, and yeah, that's going to be like a 7 or an 8 pin on 5 there. And if there's 2 spools in this, which I'm not sure if there is, I know there's at least 1 over pin 1. If there's another one, it's probably over 5 because I didn't feel it. Yeah, and then 1 is a spool. Two serrated, 3 serrated, 4 serrated, and yep, and 5 is a spool, but it didn't feel it though because of how long the key pin is that it's over. And then the springs are all just going to be just standard brass springs, nothing fancy about them. They're just not very long, so there's not much pushing back on them when you happen to overset something. Alright, and that's all for this one, and I will talk to everybody later. Just close up of them here. So that spool on 1, spool on 5, and then just all the standard serrated key pins because they're all going to be 3 cuts, or number 3s and above. Okay, and that's all. We'll talk to everybody later.